garden. What's he doing here?
Getting off sound of that. That orangey coloured stone there is a wee bit different. But this is just falling.
I was just saying, the guy that we had here checking over the building.
It'd be nice if you came across a piece of pottery or something. Just in the bay here.
Clearance. Particularly when they were growing potatoes and stuff, you cleared off as many stones as possible. So it's been out as they were ploughing, but a lot of the stones to the walls would have been from.
Is that where the handle would be? No.
Yeah, it says it's a teacup.
Yeah. Oh, excellent.
Well, it's been there for an awful long time.
Yeah, it's actually quite a fine bit of.
Can you see through it, bone china?
Your colour has changed, so you're down into something, another deposit.
Oh.
So, no further! That's it. As a foundation.
How long have you been doing it?
Weeks. Weeks.
No, I mean today.
9:30 this morning. Not all of us. We hear in shifts. Except me.
Right, go on, what do you want me to shoot then?
Any stone you can pick up and don't naggle yourself. If you do so, you can't sue it with small ones. Then carry on your head.
I've done the big one.
I was going to go out this morning, but it got up a bit, and I thought
What's happened today is we moved a very large amount of stone and a surprising amount of just small rubble and earth and lime mortar, and the most surprising thing today was plaster. And we've discovered that the inside of certainly this end of the building was plastered, and what we were coming out with was wall plaster. And on the back you can actually quite clearly see where there is plaster and lath walling, and you can see where the lath, the wooden strips, had been attached and the plaster put on. So that was really a very good find, and that tells us more about the status of the building. It was quite a high status building. As we suspected, that once we got through the turf and the soil, we began to pick up a lot of broken pan tile. Maybe not as much as anticipated, but certainly plenty, to give plenty evidence that it was a pan tile roof. There was 20th century rubbish, so similar, surprisingly far down, but I suppose just fell in through the stones. Beer bottle possibly. Cheers, McEwen's export. There were more recent bottles with bar coding on it. But they would find that probably, which Ludo found, is actually a piece of cup, it's a cup base. That was well down in amongst the layer of broken plaster at the gable end, and it would certainly indicate it's a well-used cup. You can tell by the cracking and the staining on the inside, and the base would probably indicate something in the early 19th century, possibly. So that may actually be the first find from the school. We've actually ended up moving an awful lot more stone today than anticipated, partly because we had a good squad of volunteers who came, and of course this is all preparation for the archaeologists coming next week, because there's so much stone has come in, the whole of that gable's collapsed down, and I think we ended up with 2, 4, 6, 7 volunteers today working with us, which is really very good. We also found a lot of slate that's been used for levelling the different courses of the walls. All in all, I think it's been a very successful day. The other thing we found, of course, is right down there, just when the context changed from the... so it just fell off. Sorry. And in that layer of plaster, there's actually a strip of wood along the base of the wall, which could well be part of the wall construction. Yeah, we've got this strip of wood coming through here, which I suspect is actually the base of it could be actually the bottom bit of lath, as in the plaster lath wall, or to what the wall was attached. One of the slightly intriguing things, this wall is actually very broken, more broken than I would have anticipated, and whether there's a fireplace here or not, I can't say at the moment. I think we're going to leave this section for the archaeologists to take out carefully to see exactly what's happening in the wall there. I think that's probably about it for today. We've a lot of stone on earth again today, not just at this end, a lot of stone went from the far end. Interesting things that we found today. Found more of the banding that's been round a barrel. In fact, that may be today's bit, I can't remember which bit it is. Small bit of a wall plaster that may have had decoration on it, a little line. And the most interesting thing today is actually the top of a metal stove, some sort of enclosed stove. That's like for putting the coal on, maybe it's the hot plate on the top. It's part of the hot plate, that's what it is. It was also associated with a lot of window glass, was round about it, and actually stuck to the metal, suggesting it had been actually in the ground for a long time. It was kind of the top surface though, so whether it was the building or not at the moment, we couldn't really say. Also this part, when we start taking the turf off the ground, there seems to be a more organised section of stone here. Whether we've come onto a bit of flagstone flooring or not, again, it's not very clear at the moment. It may just be tumble. And then at this end, a feature as we cleared away a lot of the stones that came clear today was the later use of the building. This has been deliberately turned into like a big fireplace, and I would suspect that's people coming maybe down from the Craft Village and just building a fire here and having a sing-song, and there's things like whiskey bottles and a vodka bottle that have been in here, as well as bits of beer can and so on. So a lot of general rubbish and burnings going on there, but that's all definitely late 20th century rubbish. A lot more tile today. You can see the windowsills, lots of broken tile. And that's about it for today. Yeah, that looks like the
show from you.
yeah, that's just it's the trouble against that. I think that's bottle glass. It's ever so slightly curved, so that could have fallen down through all the stones and stuff, as we were.